For almost every .NET project I start, I reach out for the same architecture. Not clean architecture, not the classic 3-layer controller service repository stack that pretty much every tutorial taught us a decade ago, me included. I reach for the vertical slice architecture. And in this video, I want to tell you exactly what it is, why it became my default, and why I think it's quietly become the single best architecture to use now that we are all building software alongside AI. And that last part is the one I really want you to sit in with, because most people are still choosing their architecture the way they did in 2018. And the rules have changed. So let me back up and explain what we are actually talking about. Real quick, before we dive in, if you'd rather watch this whole approach get built instead of me just hearing talk about it, this is the exact architecture we used in the Blazor AI workshop, and the full 3-hour recording is linked in the description below, and there's also a coupon code for a sweet discount. Now, here's the simplest way to put it. Most architectures organize your code by technical layer. You've seen it. You've probably written it, right? You open a project and there's a folder called controllers, another folder called services, a folder called repositories, maybe a folder called models or DTOs. Every file in your application gets sorted into one of those buckets based on what kind of thing it is. Now, vertical slice architecture flips that 90 degrees. Instead of organizing by what kind of thing a file is, you organize by what feature it belongs to. So instead of a controllers folder and a services folder, you have a folder called create order. And inside that one folder lives everything that feature needs: the endpoint, the validation, the business logic, the database call, the response it sends back. One feature, one piece, everything it touches sitting right next to each other. Here's the analogy I keep coming back to. Imagine a kitchen. The layered approach is like a kitchen organized by type of object. Every knife in one drawer across the room, every pan stacked in another corner, and every spice on a shelf by the door. Technically very tidy, but to cook one single dish, you're running back and forth across the entire kitchen. Now, vertical slices are like a kitchen organized by meal. Everything you need to make the pasta is in one station, the whole recipe in arm's reach. You cook the dish without touching anything that belongs to a different dish. That's pretty much it. That's the whole idea. So organized by feature and not by layer. Now, the question is, why does this matter? Let me describe a feeling you already know. You're working in a nicely layered code base and you get a simple request. For instance, add a phone number to the customer profile. Now, this sounds like 5 minutes of work, right? You open the controller and add the field. Then you open the service to handle it. And then the repository. Then the DTO, then the validator, which lives somewhere else entirely. Then the mapping configuration. And by the time you're done, you've touched 7 files in 6 different folders for one tiny change. And you're praying you didn't miss one. So that's the hidden tax of organizing by layer. A single feature is smeared across your entire code base, so the code that changes together doesn't live together. Now, engineers call the opposite of this high cohesion, and layered architecture has famously low cohesion. Things that belong together are scattered. Now, with vertical slices, the same change happens in one folder. You open the slice, you see the whole story of the feature top to bottom, you make your change, you're done. And if you want to delete a feature entirely, you delete the folder. Gone. No archaeology, no hunting for the 3 orphan services or service methods nobody else is using. And here's the part people underestimate actually. This makes onboarding dramatically easier. A new developer doesn't have to understand your entire architecture to be productive. They open one slice, and that slice teaches them everything they need to know to ship that feature. The blast radius of understanding is small. So that's the classic case for vertical slices. And honestly, it would be enough on its own. But now I want to talk about the thing that for me turned it from a good idea into the obvious default. So we are now writing a huge amount of code with AI. This is the way. Assistants, agents, autocomplete, the whole spectrum. And it turns out the AI deeply cares about how your code is organized, even though almost nobody is talking about that. And here's why. An AI model can only reason well about the code it can actually see. So whatever fits in the context, whatever you hand it, whatever it can find by searching your files, that's its whole world for the task. Now think about what happens in a layered code base. You ask the AI to change how orders get created. To do that correctly, it has to find the controller, then trace the call into the service, and then into the repository, and then over to the validator, and then check the mapping. You get the idea. The relevant logic is spread across 6 files, and the AI has to go fishing for all of them and hold them together in its head at once. Now, every hop is a chance for it to miss a file, misunderstand a connection, or confidently edit the wrong thing. So more indirection means more places to get lost. Now, picture the same task in a vertical slice. Everything about creating an order is in one single folder, often basically one file. You hand the AI that slice and it can see the entire feature, the input, the rules, the data access, the output, all at once. No fishing, no tracing calls across the project, the full picture in one single piece. There's a term I love for this actually, borrowed from the HTMX crowd, locality of behavior. The behavior of a feature should be obvious from looking at one place and not assembled from clues scattered everywhere. So humans have always benefited from locality of behavior actually, and AI benefits from it enormously because it doesn't have your years of intuition about where things probably live. It can only work with what's in front of it, and this gets even more important with agents. The AI that goes off and makes changes more autonomously. In a layered system, one small change can ripple across the whole project, and an agent rippling changes across your whole project is exactly the nightmare scenario, right? In a sliced system, the blast radius is contained to one single folder. The agent works inside that slice, and the rest of your app is structurally protected from it. Smaller, self-contained units. Predictable edits, so way less risk. And when the AI builds something new, well, it just creates a new slice, a clean, self-contained folder. It doesn't have to thread a new feature through 5 existing layers and risk breaking all of them actually. So new feature, new slice, done. It composes beautifully. So my claim is this: vertical slice architecture is the most AI-friendly way to structure a .NET application, because it maximizes locality of behavior and minimizes the blast radius. So the two things that determine whether AI helps you or quietly wrecks your code base. Now, let me be fair though, because I don't want to sell you a silver bullet. No architecture is free. The first thing people worry about is duplication. If every feature is its own little island, won't I copy paste the same code everywhere? And the answer is, you have to be a bit disciplined. Genuinely shared logic still deserves a real home. The skill is telling the difference between two slices that happen to look similar right now and code that is truly the same concept. So don't force two features to share code just because they rhyme today. But also don't let real shared logic get copy-pasted into 12 folders, right? So that judgment is actual craft here. And second, if you're working on a massive enterprise system with heavy cross-cutting concerns, you may need more ceremony and structure than a pure slice approach gives you out of the box. So vertical slices scale really well, but you layer some shared infrastructure underneath them. And that's fine. It's not all or nothing. So I'm not telling you to never think again. I'm telling you that for the vast majority of projects, and especially the projects you're building with AI in the loop, this is the default that gets out of your way and keeps both you and the model productive. Now, If this clicked for you and you want to actually see it in action, not just hear me talk about it, but really watch it get built and shipped to Azure, I've got something for you. This is the exact same architecture we used in the Blazor AI workshop, and the full 3-hour recording is available. We go deep, we build real things, and you'll see vertical slices and AI working together end to end instead of in the abstract. And we even ship the complete application to Azure live. The link, as always, in the video description below. And don't forget to grab the coupon code while you're down there. It'll get you a sweet discount on the recording.